This man left a trace. In other words, it's a real human body that transferred bloodstains to the cloth. That's part of it. Do you know what else they come as far as their conclusion? They only had one question to answer. They come home frustrated with more questions than answers because every viable theory as to how image formation took place is not just dismissed, utterly disproved. See, it's not a painting because there's no paint, organic or inorganic. There's no varnish, there's no dye, there's no ink, there's no directionality, there's no brush strokes, there's no outlines, there's no shadows, there's no highlights. So what in the world is it? Here's what they say. It comes from a man, but at the same time, we can say for now that it is not the product of human artwork. Do you catch how they phrase that? They didn't tell you what it is, they told you what it's not. And this is the state of affairs right now. No one can tell you a merely naturalistic means by which that body image was made. Irrespective of the blood flows, those are the natural effect of a natural event, namely a burial of a blood-stained body. But what of the image? Do you see the difference? Okay, so two more marks I'm going to quickly point out. One is the marks of the fire. Can you see the triangular patterns here? That's empty space. If we were there in turn, we could poke our finger through here, 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 right? And you see flanking the body left and right are these scorch marks. See, the shroud was folded up and inside of a silver casing. And when in Chambéry there was the fire of 1532, the silver case melted down, singed the outer edges of the folded cloth. And so when you unfold it, this is what you get. Symmetrical patterns that tell us the lines of symmetry, the way in which it was folded and unfolded. But think of this. What happens to a painting when you stick it in the oven or set it on fire? Wait a minute, what happens to a painting when you stick it in a pool of water for decades, maybe centuries? See, look, there's not just fire marks, but even water stains. This is a water stain, and so is this. So is this, by the way, and this too, and this too, and there's more. And I just want to point out that usually water dilutes or damages an image if it's man-made. And so does fire. Heat it up, burn it, set it on fire. And yet the image is unfazed, is unchanged. This points to, this excludes certain theories and gestures in the direction of radiant energy as a cause for the image. I'm going to unpack that soon. But first I want to press on to point out some basics so we have the background to navigate these tough questions. First, notice how the image of the body is seen from two different perspectives, from the front and from the back. Why do I see one man twice? Well, because the cloth is so long, as you can see here, it's twice the length of a human body. But that means I can put it under his back, and then over his face, and all the way back down to his toes. And so it's only the part of the cloth, it's only the side, I should say, that touches his skin, that receives the image. On the opposite side of the cloth, I can't see his body, but I can see the blood stains, which makes sense. Think about blood and how it works. Like, doesn't it flow in from one side, and then it's taken into the medulla of the thread, and then if there's enough of it, it'll soak through it'll be seen on like when you put on a Band-Aid, if you've got lots of blood, it'll show up even from afar, right? You'll see it on this side of the skin. Okay, that's the same with a shroud. In fact, if I were to shut out the lights in here,